Hi viewers, I wish and pray that all you guys are healthy and doing well. In the previous part 1, I discussed about the need for implementing 21st century skills. And in this second part, let me dwell more on the challenges faced by educators to provide the 21st century skills. But before I proceed, there are a few questions to explore. How the changes are affecting the learning methods? Are there any changes in the learning expectations and desired outcomes? What are the roles educators need to play in this changing environment? Okay, so now at least we realize and understand due to the changes in the learning environment and expectations, teachers who are often the first phase of education in classrooms are expected to face up to these challenges. The challenges they faced in the last few years have also changed on par with the degree of changes in the education system across the world. The very first challenge they faced by educators to provide the 21st century is depersonalization. The age of old one size fits all teaching method is long outgrown and it's obsolete. With the focus moving on to different styles of learners, teaching has to be adjusted to help every student understand according to his her learning style. So teachers are expected to personalize their teaching methods like differentiated learning and assessments depending on the learning styles of each student, laying the foundation for student learning. As an example, at MIS, we deal with these challenges by making personalization less challenging and less daunting, by making teachers to clearly identify the learning styles of each child through real-time observation and assessments, both for cognitive and general skills. Right assessment followed by planning and prioritizing lesser learning plans simplifies personalization to a large extent and guarantees effective implementation. The next important challenge is making the right use of technology. Digital induction in education is beyond merely bringing a computer into the classroom and calling it smart classrooms or giving digital homework. Digitalization in classroom actually extends to more intrinsic adaptations such as flipped learning, visual learning, animations, artificial intelligence based decision making, data management, e-learning, gamification and a lot of it. So teachers may also sometimes get overwhelmed trying to curate content from varied sources of information and keeping a track of student learning who may depend on various digital sources. As an example, at our own MIS school, we deal with these challenges by planning our strategy well in advance, have a clear picture of our goals for the year, and decide which form of digitalization may best suit our students' needs. You can also take the help of edtech platforms which are available to make a job easier and to get a precise picture of your student profiles and relevant approaches. The third criteria is the classroom management. So classroom management is often misunderstood to be as simple as keeping the class in control. In reality, however, teachers are required to ensure that the teaching strategies keep students of different learning styles and behaviors from getting distracted and they are organized, attentive, focused and interested in the classroom and are actually learning and not merely listening in a class. Changing learning strategies also changes the dynamics of a classroom, making the classroom management more challenging than ever before. Students aren't just passive learners anymore. They expect to be active participants and need to feel important and respected in the class as well. So at MIS, we deal with these challenges by effective classroom management through patience, planning and perspective. We do not brush off our students' views and opinions. We make them feel heard and understood, notice and appreciate their good behavior and confront bad behavior respectfully. I mean, we need to create a friendly, open environment in the classroom. Students tend to learn better when the classroom culture doesn't intimidate them. The fourth challenge is the curriculum in itself. Teaching has probably far less challenging in times when learning and curriculum were limited to textbook approach in classrooms. Modern education demands dynamic curriculum that encompasses content, competencies and essential skills aimed at overall development of a student than mere academic scores. Teachers are required to create student-centric curriculum that doesn't just pique their learning interest and abilities but also instill critical, creative and cognitive thinking that acts as a base for lifelong skill development. Again, as an example, at MIS we deal with this challenge by creating a well-tested distinct curriculum that is activity based, inquiry based, conceptual based, keeping in view students' interests and their learning desires. We regularly review its effectiveness and continuously update and upgrade to meet the learning outcomes of our students. The fifth and final challenge, or very important challenge, is the global mindedness. Education today doesn't just groom students for knowledge, survival, and career. It also aims at creating future leaders and global citizens with an integral view and approach of communities and the world alike. Hence, at MIS, we started a program called International Mindedness, where we create global awareness in students, helping them understand environmental, social, cultural, political, and economic events in the world and the role they play or can play in it. We collaborate with our other Manipal schools across all regions to familiarize students with various values such as tolerance, empathy, equality, justice, and inclusion. In conclusion, viewers, use creative approaches and social connectedness to instill global awareness, have regular discussions over current events and news updates. Teachers of the 21st century are undeniably dealing with repeatedly new challenges, but it's to be noted that they are now more accountable for a children's overall development, laying the foundation for their lifelong progress. The challenges may have changed, but so have the resources and rewards. And with the constant new updates in the education sector, with many new introduction, NEPs, and many more policies, the teaching scenario may also change for the better, of course. Well, this is all for now. I appreciate you for giving your time. I hope it was useful. Thanks for your patient hearing. In my next part or episode, I would like to dwell about the core categories of 21st century skills. Till then, thanks again. Have a great day. Stay safe and stay positive.